All right, my beautiful people, man. All right. Time to get this show on the road. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. When Black folk do read, man, you put in the book, we absolutely will find it. Just doing what I asked you to do, guys. Hit that like button, that share button, letting people know that we're here. And we will get this show on the road. And we're going through the book Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice by Mr. Dennis Kimbro. That's pinned to the top. That's also up in the top as well. Part of New Black Wall Street Book Club, which is in the Black Billionaires Club. You have an opportunity to join us through this journey of personal development where we can actually grow and build together. Here's the deal, guys, that if you could do it by yourself, it would probably already be done. And so now it's time. Now is the time. Everybody put in comments, now is the time. Now is the time to connect with other brothers and sisters who are serious about success, who can help you to succeed. Now is the time. So give me just a second, man. I'm almost done here hitting the share button, let people know we're here, and we will get today's broadcast on the road. We're going to be going reading about a brother who used the goal system to win, who used his goal system, his goal setting system to win, how one man used that goal setting system to win. Hey, it's time to get this show on the road. New Black Wall Street Book Club, Mr. DJ, hit the music.
New Black Wall Street Book Club. Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power and we'll never give it up. Literature's for the masses. Where to put your money down, now how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he will turn it into action. New Black Wall Street Book Club. You should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. If we all just come together, there's no limit for us. Here comes your host, New Black Wall Street. Evan, take it away. New Black Wall Street Book Club.
All right, my beautiful people, man. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club, broadcasting live, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, YouTube Live, and then also our podcast, NBWS Book Club. I want to say thanks so much for joining us wherever you are connecting from with us today. Go ahead and hit that like button, that share button, let people know that we're here. I'm sure you got people that you're connected to that want to go through some good literature today and want to learn not only just to read it and get the knowledge, but to understand it and apply it. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises and ERGJ Black Bazaar, also international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club, and the founder of the Black Billionaires Club. It is actually a club, guys, that you can choose to join and connect with other brothers and sisters to help you on your journey towards success. Just simply go to theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com, and join today. As you join, guys, some of the benefits that come, we have a personal development mastermind group, a business development mastermind group, also financial literacy and investment education. You can join today. Stop trying to do this all by yourself. Good afternoon to you. Hugh Little's in the house. Thanks so much for joining. Go ahead and let me know where you're connecting from, what city, what state. We always like to know just how far our reach is as we broadcast live across this world wide web, the internet. Today's show is sponsored by ERGJ Black Bazaar. That's right, ERGJ Black Bazaar. And you can pick up your cloth-bound journals today. They are Afrocentric inspired. This one here is called Time Well Spent. Time Well Spent. So you see the lady praying down there. That's a black art. Nice journal for you. You want to pick up a journal. It's got some scriptures in it. It's got about 128 pages. You want to start writing down your goals. You want to start casting your vision and making it plain. You want to get down your $1 million ideas so you can start working on them. Too many guys are just keeping that stuff up in your head, not putting it down on paper, forgetting it, getting distracted, and then you're not moving forward towards your dreams, your goals, and your aspirations. Go over to www.ergjblackbazaar, www.ergjblackbazaar. Pick up your journal today, and also check out the rest of the store. This is a way for you to support what we're doing here, bringing literacy, bringing improvement, bringing personal development, bringing self-improvement to our community. That's one way that you can support. Here's some other options for you. Well, you might be an author. You might have written a book that you think will be good for this broadcast. Well, we want you to inbox us and let us know about that book. We want to review that book and see if that's going to be something that's good for our show. We want to help you get more exposure and sell more books. And so if that's you or it's somebody that you know, go ahead and tag them right now. Let them know there's something going on. There's something strange going on. There's somebody doing some book club over the internet and you done wrote a book and maybe, just maybe, this brother can help you sell more books. That's right. Because we are inspiring people to read. This is Reading Rainbow 2.0. Everybody putting comments on Reading Rainbow. Reading Rainbow 2.0. I missed that show. And I said, we're going to bring it back. We're going to do it in our way, though. And then last but not least, guys, maybe you have a business that you have a product or service and you want to sponsor this show. You're saying, I love what you're doing. This connects, this vibes with what I got going on. And I just want to sponsor the show and we can help bring more exposure to what you do. See, here's the deal, guys. Many of us just do not have the exposure that we need. And what I'm telling you guys is that we have to become salesmen and advertisers of our own for our own businesses. And I can do that for you as well. I can help broadcast. I can use my mouth, my gift of gab, to sell your stuff. That's just what we do. So again, if you are an author and you have a book you think it will be good for this broadcast, or if you have a business and you want us to promote for you, make sure you inbox us at whatever platform you're connecting with us here today, the New Black Wall Street Book Club and the Black Billionaires Club. Well, let's get right to what we're going to be discussing today on the Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice. Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice by Mr. Dennis Kimbro. Now, this book here was recommended by Black Enterprise. That this book should be required reading for all African Americans truly committed to the pursuit of happiness and fulfillment. How many guys that are joining us with us right now are committed? That's a good word, committed. Everybody put it down, so committed. Committed to the pursuit of happiness and fulfillment. And we're going to pick up where we left off at on our last episode. I believe it's episode what? I don't know what number we're on right now. We're on episode number 18. So 17, we were talking about goals and how to set goals. And today we're going to read a story about a man who used this goal-setting system by the name of Mr. George Washington Carver. That's right. We got a little Black history. We got a little bit of self-development. We got a little bit of As a Man Thinketh. We got a little bit of Think and Grow Rich. And we got a little bit of Earl Nightingale. We're going to be discussing George Washington Carver and his story today. Well, what's going on? My main man, Mr. TJ from TCJ Aerotech is in the house. That's the Black-owned drone company, man. Thanks so much for joining. That's one of my virtual mentors right there. That brother always keep me going right, man. Thanks so much for joining. Now, let's get right into our reading today. Because here's the deal, guys. Black folks do read. You put it in the book. We absolutely will find it. How one man used this goal-setting system. Thousands of people have applied this goal-setting system to their own enrichment. Legend has it that this is the same system that was used by scientist and inventor George Washington Carver, who has been labeled the greatest agricultural scientist this country has ever produced. Now, Carver, a former slave, is credited with single-handedly transforming the pattern of agriculture throughout the South. When I was a child, my owner saw that he considered to be good business. When I was a child, my owner saw that he considered to be a good business deal and immediately accepted. Dr. Washington Carver often told visitors to his Tuskegee, Alabama laboratory, he traded me off for a horse. So George Washington Carver was a slave and he was traded off for a horse. They thought the horse was a better deal than Mr. Carver during that time. That may have been the best thing that ever happened to me. For in my new environment, I managed to get much more schooling than I otherwise would have had. Maybe it was that trade that helped to prepare me to spend years studying sweet potatoes and peanuts and soybeans. So he spent years studying. Everybody put in the comments on study. He spent years studying. Now I want you to notice what he said. He was traded for a horse. But he said that might have been the best thing that ever happened to him. Let me ask you this. Has there been something that's been traumatic or something that you could have looked at as bad in your life, but it ended up being the best thing that ever happened to you? Matter of fact, there's a scripture that says that all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes that's hard to just fathom. Like, all things work together for my good. Everybody put in the comments on all things. All things work together for my good. George Washington Carver was born in 1864 to slave parents on a Diamond Grove, Missouri, farmer Moses Carver, whose name he bore. He don't even know his own name, right? Carver's earliest recollections were the death of his father and the kidnapping of himself and his mother by slave traders in the last year of the Civil War. Though his mother was never heard from again, a racehorse valued at $300 was given in exchange for him. He was returned to Missouri to his master's plantation. 5 years later, when freed by the 13th Amendment, Carver faced all the disadvantages associated with poverty and race and ignorance. He was 13 years old, with an insatiable thirst for knowledge, but no school to quench it. He borrowed an old spelling book and, in effect, became his own teacher. Notice he had a quench. He had a desire to learn. There's a principle there. ABL, always be learning. He had a desire to learn. Now, it's very interesting. When he couldn't learn, when he was not given the ability or the opportunity, he desired it. Now, we are free to learn, and many of us don't desire it. Isn't that interesting? It's like, oh, well, when we couldn't do it, when we can't do it, when we're not given access and the opportunity, we want it. But then when we now have free access, we don't take advantage of it. Always be learning. What was that? For 9 years, he worked as a servant, laboring by day and studying by night. Laboring by day and studying by night. And now think about this for a second. He would work during the day, 9 to 5, and then he would study at night. How many guys got a 9 to 5 right now, but you don't take any time after your job to study? Ooh. Uh-oh. You got a 9 to 5, but then you get off work and you're tired or you're uninspired. So you do nothing to further your own intellect. And this brother would work during the day and study at night until he was financially able to attend Iowa State College. After graduating in 1894, with both bachelor's and master's degrees, he joined the school's faculty specializing in agricultural research. Carver's students loved him. His wide knowledge of soils and minerals and birds and flowers and his love of nature made study under him a pleasure. In his greenhouse, he experimented with many types of plant crossings and grafting and became known as the plant doctor. His botanical exploits were soon discovered by Booker T. Washington, who called Carver to his life's work at Tuskegee Institute. Now, the Institute's 2,000-acre farm was in wretched condition. Much of the land had been depleted by years of growing cotton. Crop rotation to replenish essential minerals was unknown at the time. In an endless cycle, farmers simply cleared excess timberland and let the barren soil erode. Without vegetation, more and more topsoil washed away. Carver's methods were simple. Everybody put in the comments on simple. Carver's methods were simple. He set out to achieve one goal: to improve the conditions of the soil. Everybody put in the comments on one goal. Now notice he said, I got one goal, one focus, one target, and this is my goal. Some of y'all got too many goals. Okay, you got go here, go here, go there, go here, go here, go there, and there's no focus. And therefore you find yourself, yeah, you got goals, but you get none of them done because you're trying to do them all at the same time. He's got one goal: to improve the conditions of the soil. To improve the conditions of the soil. He knew that peanut and sweet potato plants drew their nourishment from the atmosphere, and that they replaced nitrogen and other essential minerals that would fertilize the land. Unfortunately, there was no market for these products. Peanuts were considered useless at the time. But Carver began to change things. Oh, Lord, but Carver began to change things. Now, what does that tell me? You and I, we can change things too. I like that word, but he changed things. You and I have an opportunity to change things. Well, as you think about the field that you are a leader in, you have the opportunity to change things as well. Things will not always be the same. right? We don't have to do business that particular way. Things are always evolving and changing. The question is, will you be a catalyst for change? Everybody put in console catalyst. Will you be a catalyst for change? He made flour, alcohol, vinegar, rubber, shoe blacking, and syrup from sweet potatoes, and dyes and stains and cheese and Worcester sauce, margarine, paints, facial cream, and the preparation used in the fight against infantile paralysis from peanuts. In all, he made 118 different items from sweet potatoes and found more than 300 uses for the peanut. Let me say that again. He made 118 different items from sweet potatoes and more than 300 uses for the peanut, and this was more than 100 years ago. Okay. By the time the United Peanut Association of America held a convention in Montgomery, Alabama in 1919, that's 100 years ago, peanuts were second only to cotton as a cash crop. Although it comprised an $80 million industry, most of the peanut farmers didn't know that Carver had brought them prosperity. To them, he was just an eccentric old colored man who dabbled with plants. Nonetheless, one of the group insisted that they should learn as much as they could about their product. They invited Carver to attend their meeting to discuss his experiments. However, when he arrived at the hotel, the bellman wouldn't let him in because he was black. But Carver was accustomed to such indignities. He had come to the South to help a struggling country confront its agricultural problems. He promised himself he would bring credit to his race, regardless of the sacrifices. Regardless of the sacrifices. Everybody put in the comments, regardless. My question to you, or those that are watching now or maybe watching in the future, are you willing to do whatever's necessary regardless of the sacrifices? Are you willing to go after your dream, your goal, to accomplish whatever it is that you want to do, to invent whatever it is that you got on your mind? Are you willing to do that regardless of the sacrifices? George Washington Carver, over 100 years ago, was willing to do what it took regardless of the sacrifices, regardless of the personal humiliation. Are we teaching our children this today, to do what's necessary regardless of what somebody might call them, regardless of someone using the N-word, regardless of someone calling them the B-word, regardless of personal humiliation? Great question to ask this afternoon. The peanut growers were so impressed, with his discoveries that one association member invited him to Washington, D.C. to address Congress. Carver rode the train all night, sitting upright on a wooden bench in a segregated car designated colored only, to have the opportunity to present his findings to Congress. It was during this congressional testimony that Carver gave a clue as to his ability to uncover nature's secrets. He said, life requires thorough preparation. Everybody put in the comments on preparation, because you and I are no different than the plant. Life requires thorough preparation. Matter of fact, there's a quote that says that luck is where preparation meets opportunity. Are you prepared for success? Are you prepared to win? Are you prepared to overcome? Life requires thorough preparation. Are you prepared to be a millionaire? Are you prepared for prosperity? Life requires thorough preparation. Are you prepared to get married? Are you prepared for your significant other? Life requires thorough preparation. We must rid ourselves of the idea that there's a shortcut to achievement. We must understand that education, after all, is nothing more than seeking and understanding the relations of one thing to another. Education, reading. First, you must get an idea about a given thing. Everybody put it also idea. First, you must get an idea about a thing. Then you must attempt to determine its cause. Carver used this system again and again to unlock nature's secrets. Is George Washington Carver trying to tell us something today in the New Black Wall Street Book Club? That if we just use this system over and over and over again, we'll unlock nature's secrets. We'll unlock the secrets of our life. We'll unlock the secrets of the universe. Many times he could be found in his laboratory concentrating on a single idea. Now, this is hard for many of us to concentrate on one single idea without your mind going all over the place from here to there, from backwards to forwards. You're concentrating, focus. Everybody put it down, so focus on one single idea. One single idea. Determined to reach his goal before he will move on to the next objective. The goal-setting process that allowed George Washington Carver to ignore discrimination and work tirelessly toward the attainment of his goals earned him the respect of many of the great men of his day. Now, here's the deal. If you and I are focused on our one single idea and we are focused until we reach its goal, it's very difficult to get distracted by all the other stuff because we are laser focused. All that other stuff don't matter. I got to keep doing what I need to do. I mean, whatever you say, oh baby, it's all good because I'm focused. I got stuff to do. No weapon formed against me shall ever prosper because I am focused. Whew. For example, Thomas Edison sent an assistant to Tuskegee to persuade Carver to work in Edison's laboratory at a six-figure salary. Other offers follow. Henry Ford, Joseph Stalin, and Mahatma Gandhi considered Carver the world's greatest scientist, and each tried to lure him away, but his answer was always the same. No. He declined the offers, content to make his mark at Tuskegee. Now, why in the world did he decline six-figure offers? Why? Because George Washington Carver was focused on what it is that he was called to do. How many of you guys know sometimes money itself can lure you away from your goal, your dream, your aspiration? How do you know that if there's somebody cut you a big enough check, you might just lose focus? Let's keep it real today, people. If somebody cut you a check big enough, you might just lose focus. Uh-oh. This was what I wanted to do. This was the direction I was going. Here's why I wanted to do it. Somebody cut me a check. Now I done let go of my philosophy. I done let go of my ethics. I done let go of the reason why I started this in the first place. Now they are in control because they stroked me a check. You know what they call this? I don't want you to be a sellout of your own dream. Yeah, that's what we're going to call them, a sellout. Selling out on your own dream because somebody strokes you a check big enough. Woo! This is heavy. Woo! Don't sell out. Learn from George Washington Carver. Emulate Dr. Carver. First, focus on a dream, an idea, a goal. Then concentrate your thoughts. So number one, focus. Number two, concentrate your thoughts as often as possible on that particular objective. Create a mental image of your goal already having been attained. Be specific. Don't generalize. If it is money that you desire, establish in your mind the exact amount. It is not sufficient merely to say, I want plenty of money. Be definite as to the amount and set a time limit for earning it. If your goal is a beautiful home, get a picture of that exact home you wish to own. Even if you have to pay an architect to draw the plans, be careful about what you set your mind and heart upon. Be careful. Be careful what you set your heart and mind, or your mind and heart upon. Or if you want it strongly enough, you'll get it. I spent a major portion of my life trying to figure out what separates the haves from the have-nots, not just in a financial sense, although that's certainly an important part of success, but in all phases. I started searching for the answer while completing my doctoral requirements at Northwestern University. The answer I was looking for was the secret to achievement, the secret of success. Finally, I realized that in the hundreds of lives I studied and the countless books I've read, a plain and simple truth has been staring me in the face all along. It is simply, you become what you think about. How many times have you heard that? Everybody put in that comments below. You become what you think about. How is it that Mr. Johnson, who may have joined us earlier, has the first Black-owned drone company? Because he became what he thought about. How is it that you are where you are right now? That you have created what you've created right now? That you have the job that you have right now? Because you have become what you have thought about. You are at this very moment nothing more than the sum total of your thoughts. Similarly, you will be the next year or even 5 years from now what you think about from this point onward. That's why establishing a goal is so vital to your success. Everybody putting out so vital. It's so vital to your success. Your thinking will be erratic. Unless you think about the thing you wish to accomplish, your thinking will be erratic, confused, jumping from one whim to another, with the result of achieving nothing, arriving nowhere, by thinking every morning, each evening, and as many times during the day about the single most important goal you set for yourself. The single most important goal that you have set for yourself. The single most important goal that you have set for yourself. The single most important goal that you have set for yourself. You'll actually begin moving toward it. Concentrating your thoughts is like taking a river that is twisting and turning, meandering through the countryside, and putting it into a straight, smooth channel. Now, it has power, direction, and speed. It is the same with your mind. Once you know where you're going, you'll know exactly why you get out of bed in the morning. You'll know why you're working and what you're working toward. You'll know why it's important to do the very best work of which you are capable. You'll know why it's essential that you cut yourself away from the big, sluggish river of people who are drifting without a purpose and direction, and cut the channel straight and clear to the dreams that lie within your heart. Walk away. Everybody put that in the comments below. Walk away from the 95% of the people who are drifting, the 95% of the people who have no direction, the 95% of the people who have no goals, the 95% of people who just follow everybody else, the blind leading the blind. Walk away. The requirement of goal setting are simple. Number one, goals must be conceivable, capable of being put into words. You must be able to convey it. Goals must be believable within the realm of possibilities. You must believe that you can achieve. Goals must be achievable, doable within your given strengths and abilities, that you can do it. Goals must be desirable, something you desperately want to accomplish. And I think this is real key. Something you desperately, it's an obsession. You gotta have it. What is it that you desire? Goals must be just out of reach, but within your grasp. Aim high. Aim high. Goals must be measurable. What gets measured gets done. Establish timetables for the completion of all goals. If you are unable to reach your goal in a specific time frame, simply reset the goal. Number 8, create a workable master plan. Everybody put a comments on master plan. I like that. I'm working on the master plan. It ain't nothing but lint inside my hand. Create a workable master plan. Describe precisely what you intend to give in return for the realization of that which you desire. Remember, there's no such thing as something for nothing. Describe clearly the plan through which you intend to reach your objective. Success demands a price that must be paid in advance and in full. Success demands a price that must be paid in advance and in full. Put your goals into action every day. Every day. These instructions call for no effort that you can't easily put forth. They make no demands on your time or ability with which the average person could not comply. Decide now. Everybody put a console, decide. Decide now what it is you want from life and what you plan to give in return. Decide where you are going and how you're going to get there, and then start from where you are. Get into action. There's no road to riches but through a clear, strong purpose. Nothing can take its place. A purpose underlies character, culture, position, attainment of every sort. Decide on your goal. Insist upon it. If the thing you wish to do is right and you believe in it, go ahead and do it. Chase your dream and never mind what they say. If you meet with temporary defeat, there's a difference between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. There's a difference between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. My question to you, are you ready to receive? Are you ready to receive? No one is ready for a thing until he believes he can acquire it. The state of mind must be belief, not a mere hope or wish. There's nothing right or wrong that belief plus a burning desire cannot bring to pass. For the next 30 days, I want you to review the goals that you have specified in step 1 of the goal setting process. Everybody put in console process. Read your goals every morning. That's why you need a journal, right? This is why that's why you need a journal. They ain't necessarily got to be for me, but they get you something so you can review and you can make sure that you stay on track. Read your goals every morning, evening, as many times during the day as you can. Force, I like that word, put that down, force. Force your goals into your subconscious mind. See yourself as already having attained them. Do this without fail every day for the next 30 days. And it will become a habit that will lead you from one success to another all the days of your life. For this is the lodestone of riches. You are now, and you will become in the future what you think about. You are now, and you will become in the future what you think about. This is the New Black Wall Street Book Club, part of the Black Billionaires Club. And if you've listened to this today and you're saying, I need a little assistance. I probably have heard this before, but I still not moved forward. And if I could do it by myself, I would have already done it. Well, I want to invite you to join the Black Billionaires Club, where you don't have to do it by yourself. Just simply go to theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com, and join the BBC today. If you're tired of trying to do it by yourself, you're ready to walk away from the 95% of people who are not doing, and you're being distracted by them when you should be going after what you want, join the BBC today. In the comments below, I'd like for you to share with us what you learned today. Just one thing. I believe that your time is valuable, and I didn't want to make sure that we didn't waste any of it today. So in the comments below, share one thing of, was this worth your time and why? What's something that you're thinking about right now? Something that stuck with you, a seed that was sown and deposited into you, and maybe your subconscious. Go ahead and share that with us today. Now, as you guys are doing, I want to share a few quick announcements, then we'll close this thing out. Number one, again, this episode was sponsored by ERGJ Black Bazaar. You can pick up your journals to be able to write down your goals, to be able to review them every day. Go to www.ergjblackbazaar.com, www.ergjblackbazaar.com. Now, why am I asking you to do that? Because here, you may decide you don't want to join the club, but you can still support and get some stuff that you need. Well, do that through the Black Bazaar. Okay? Do that through the Black Bazaar. Again, you can join the club at theblackbillionairesclub.com. Also, if you're an author and you've written a book that you think will be great for what we're doing here, make sure you inbox us and allow us to review your literature and see if we can add that to our program. We want to promote you. And then last but not least, if you have a business or a service that you provide and you're saying, hey, I want a little bit more exposure and I want to sponsor a show like this, you have the opportunity to do that as well. Make sure you inbox us and let us know that you're interested in sponsoring our show. We'll take a look at your product or your service and see if it's a good fit for what we do. Well, guys, I'm ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises and ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. I want you to remember this, that it takes a village, and it starts with us. Let's build. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, people. But guess what? That's enough. Now, I pray to God to preserve each and every one of you. We'll be back tomorrow at, I don't know, we're switching the times a little bit. I think this broadcast will be at 3 o'clock. But we'll be back tomorrow live, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Instagram Live, and also the podcast for you to be able to consume great information to be able to change the way that you think. And you'll change your life forever. Landscape Larry over at Instagram said, man, always worth my time. Force your dreams into your subconscious mind. Hugh Little said, man, this is a great session. It helps implement good success habits. Absolutely. And Miss Vivian said, walk away from the people who have no dreams. Walk away. Well, guys, until next time, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
It's the New Black Wall Street Book Club with your host, Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go. Yeah. Now, you ain't got to leave the computer, but we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Yeah. The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street Book Club.